Hello, this is Beverly from ScrappinThread.blogspot.com. Today I'm making a countdown to Christmas Advent calendar wreath. I started with an 18-inch MDF wreath craft shape. This is the back side. I got it at Michael's, and I did paint the other side. I first painted it with a Create Shade pearl paint from Close to My Heart. On top of that coat, I used the Adirondack Red Pepper paint dabber. You can take the lid off and just use a paintbrush. It goes a lot faster. I wanted to see the kind of pearly finish underneath the red paint, so that's why I used both coats. The treat containers are actually wedding favors. They come from Wilton. There's 25 of these little tins in the package. They have a little see-through window right at the top, and you can put candies or notes or whatever you want to in there. They sell them at Michael's and at Joann's. It is sold as a kit for wedding favors, so they include some papers to do the sides and also the tops. Those are templates, and then there's some label stickers that you can put on top if you want to use them and run them through your computer. I opted not to do that, so I just set all of this stuff aside. There's the labels are kind of hard to see in the video. If you wanted to stamp those or have your kids color on them to have them participate in this, that would be a fun idea too. The next step was to make the holly leaves for the wreath base. These were cut in 2 different sizes using the Cricut Art Philosophy Cartridge. The Cricut cut them at 2 1/4 inches and 1 3/4 inches, and then I used New England Ivy ink to ink around the edges to give them some depth. The sizes were determined by the stamp set that I was using. It's called a Holiday from Close to My Heart, and it has 2 different holly leaf shapes on there, and the sizes are right on the carrier sheet. They have a really pretty swirly design to them. I initially was stamping all of the smaller ones with the smaller stamp set, and it made an outline around it. And then I decided that I really actually liked using the bigger shape stamp on top of the smaller leaf to cover the whole thing, so I ended up doing it both ways. I made about 120 of the smaller leaves and probably about 20 of the larger leaves. I put the larger ones down first and then filled in with the smaller ones. And I hot glued all of them on there and just kind of tucked them in wherever I felt that they needed to go. I wanted the red paint to show through a little bit to sort of resemble holly berries. I made the bow and tied it on with that green wire, and all of the tins will be hot glued onto the wreath base. I used 24 of the 25 little tins, and I covered the tops with either patterned paper or green cardstock. The diameter of the top is a little larger than the labels that they give you, so I used a 2-inch circle punch to cut out all my circles. You could cut that with the Cricut as well. The next step was to tuck in the little circles on top of the lid. I just worked the paper in between that plastic layer and the tin edge on that lid. No adhesive is necessary. It'll stay in place being held down with that lid. I will lay those out in kind of a random pattern because I do have a variety of different pattern papers or cardstock. Some are plain, some have stripes. But then on top of that, I have cut out numbers that I also did with the Cricut, and then we'll put treats or messages inside. I hope you get a chance to try this project. Do something that makes you happy and make it your own. I hope that you have lots of nice treats or messages inside your Advent calendars, and I appreciate you spending some time with me. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care.